I have yet to understand. I would ask him, why is your front number plate illegal? Ah, that's why he's put you in it then. Did you know? Now, you're supposed to have a gap between the 3 letters and the 3 numbers so people can see what it is. So he says, is it? So he's got 2. He's got 3. So why aren't you driving the other one? Go on, get out. You know, this thing with personalised number plates, I can understand it so far, but it gets a bit stupid. I see somebody go past to the number plate and I think, what's that supposed to say? But you are supposed to have a gap on the old number plates between the 3 numbers and the 3 letters, and again behind the joining letter that's with it. But they can pull you up for it. They don't usually do, but if they're pulling you up for something else, they'll more than likely stick it on the charge. Well, I saw this young man yesterday, Friday actually, polishing it up, and I absolutely, in fact at the distance I thought it was Fred Dibness, I've got to be honest with you. But of course when I got close I could see it wasn't. It worked in the Sheffield steel industry, and it's absolutely tremendous. A cracking little Land Rover. I think it's a, excuse me, it's a 2A, Land Rover 2A. He tells me he's put some new panels in the front, but I said don't do anything else to it. The one thing I don't like is vehicles like this polished to the 9s, because they never were. They were stuck in a shed and probably never started till the little fire brigade from the works give them a run over and never run. And they got dust all over. This is beautiful. He said to me, what would you do? I said, the only thing I do is change them number plates, because it should have the chrome and silver ones all white. But it's a beauty. Absolute cracker, young man. You'll be back next year? I hope so. It's nice to see a Land Rover in its working clothes. God bless you, young man. Look after it. Now, moving on a bit now. Nice little minis. Went to the mini city, didn't we? And then we went on to the Clubman. Is this? Yes, I was just going to say, is it your everyday car?
I wish it was my everyday car. No, unfortunately it's just for the weekend.
What is your everyday car? Hey, don't say there's nothing wrong with them. I tell you what, in 1965, if you'd have got a Skoda, you'd have been laughed out of the class. Nowadays, people say, crikey, I wish I'd got one of them. Skoda today are as good, if not better than most. They're that good because the police are buying them, so they must be decent. Very nice, look after it. You've got some trouble in the back, I see. Thank you very much. Now, we're going back a little bit to the late 30s. You can normally tell an age of a car by the style. We went the Morris 8. I think also the 2 styles of Morris 8, but this is absolutely beautiful. What year is this? 48. 1948. This is your working man's car of the 1940s. 4-cylinder. It's below 1000cc, but they got you about, they got you to work, they got the family moving, and they were a cracking little car. The previous ones, the square box type shape one, were alright, but they were wooden frame bodywork and they tended to rot away more than anything else, but absolutely, very nice. Notice the suicide doors, one way and one the other, but semaphore indicators. As I say, can you imagine going down the motorway in the dark with them on? Wonderful car, bless you young man, thank you. Now, I have got to be careful what I say about this one, because this is where it all started. This is an original Land Rover Series 1, owned by a good friend of mine. I think he is anyway. I think they are, I think they were. Don't get anywhere near this bloke because he's sometimes got a gun stuck in under his arm, and believe it or not, this young man actually shoots for the Great Britain team at Clays. And not a bad shot, bit tight with beer mine, but he's not a bad shot. Lovely, a Series 1 Land Rover, worth, I'm not telling you what it's worth, a lot of pennies. Bless you, Will, bless you, sweetheart. Isn't that lovely? That's a Series 1. Belonged to his dad and they had it restored. That's what they should look like. Now this one, this is a Series 2, Derbyshire registered, not on a private plate, just as it was. This is a 80-inch wheelbase, 4-wheel drive, diesel engine. Very nice little Land Rover. The sad part about these is I'd love one, even now I'd love one. Very nice young man, beautiful. Well, anybody that was in earlier mentioned when I talked about three-wheelers who were in the motorbike and sidecar parade. Heinkel, Trojan, Messerschmitt, Bond, Reliant, you name them, they were all there. And this was at the time, in the late 40s, 50s, even into the 60s. I think he must be a West Ham supporter. But these you can drive on a motorbike licence because they've only got 3 wheels. It is only a souped up motorbike and sidecar, 200cc, something like that. But I think the person that made these famous was Tricia Penrose, wasn't it, in Heartbeat? Everybody wanted to stand at the front when she got in. But lovely little car, did a smashing job. They kept me out the weather, very nice. I'm forever blowing bubbles. Now, you know, it's always at the back. It's always either driving a Foden lorry or doing something. This is our good mate Jack with his Mini. Have you done much to it since you bought it, Jack? You've rebuilt it. What engine you got in there? I tell you what, it's looking smart inside, isn't it? Very nice. Do you let your old man drive it? Not very often, I wouldn't either. It's got what? And you haven't? No, come on, get out. Well, you know, it's very nice. Lovely little Mini. Well, you know, we could talk all day about Jaguar, couldn't we? I think the engineering on the Jaguar is second to none. But I think the bodywork on the Jaguar is a long way down the list. Jaguars know many lovely cars. My favourite car of all time is an SS Jaguar in the late 1930s. They were absolutely beautiful. But one thing that Jaguar did wrong, the bodywork was absolutely atrocious. It ain't brilliant today, but the mechanics were absolutely superb. If you bought an E-Type, you paid a lot of money for it, and you got a lovely straight six engine or a V12 or whatever, but the bodywork just fell off them. And if you go and try to buy a bonnet now for an E-Type Jaguar, you need a mortgage. They're absolutely ridiculous. I was never a big fan of the E-Type because I thought they were better cars. The Austin Healey 3000, straight 6-cylinder engine, to me was a much nicer car. I know Mr. Ferrari, Enzo, he said the E-Type was... The XJS came in to replace the E-Type. It wasn't much better. The bodywork on an XJS, you don't see many of them about. You can always tell how good cars are by how they've lasted. When did you last see an Hillman Avenger or a Renault Dauphine? You don't. But these, they're absolutely beautiful looking car. I don't deny that for 1 minute. And the engine in there as smooth as silk, and you can go forever. But you want anything wrong with it, costs you an arm and a leg. And I do take my hat off to all these people. I mean, you can't let them get away from you. Beautiful motor. Just listen at that. Young man, it's not a young man, sorry. I don't make that mistake very often. But anyway, folks, I think I've drunk about 20 bottles of water today. Thanks, Gary. The commercial section, come on, give him a hand, he's done a great